The galactic station hummed with its usual cacophony of alien languages and biosigns. Dr. Sarah Chen had grown accustomed to being the only human in Section 7B, where xenopediatric research took place. But nothing had prepared her for the day two Velkari cubs decided she was their new mother. Ravi and Sela were supposed to be confined to the observation wing. The Velkari apex predators from a death world that made Earth look like a vacation resort were being studied for their pack-bonding behavior. Their species stood 8 feet tall at maturity, with obsidian scales, rows of crystalline teeth, and hunting instincts that had dominated their planet's food chain for millions of years. The cubs were only 3 months old, which meant they were merely the size of large wolves. Sarah had been reviewing neural scan data when she heard the scratching. She turned to find 2 pairs of luminous amber eyes staring at her from the doorway. Ravi, the larger of the two, had his head tilted in that distinctly predatory way that preceded a pounce. Sela, smaller, but arguably more cunning, was already circling toward Sarah's left flank. "Oh no," Sarah whispered. "How did you two get out? How did you two get out?" The cubs froze. Then Ravi made a sound, a chittering purr that Sarah's translator implant rendered as soft skin, warm smell, wah. Before she could activate the containment alert, both cubs bounded toward her. Sarah's earthborn instincts screamed danger, but her xenobiologist training kicked in. She dropped to one knee and extended her hand. Palm down, fingers loose, non-threatening, submissive, even. Ravi reached her first, shoving his scaled snout into her palm. His hide was surprisingly warm, almost feverish. Sela climbed directly into her lap, tiny claws pricking through her uniform as the cub settled with a satisfied rumble. "You two are going to get me fired," Sarah muttered, but she was already stroking Sela's crest ridges, the Velkari equivalent of ears. The cubs had apparently decided she was pack. Over the next hour, Sarah tried 17 times to contact security. Each attempt was thwarted by Ravi, who had discovered that human communication devices made excellent chew toys, or by Sela, who would wail a sound that translated as abandonment, death, betrayal. The moment Sarah tried to leave, finally, she gave up. "Fine, you win, but I need to eat." She stood, and both cubs immediately flanked her, moving with the synchronized precision of born hunters. They followed her down the corridor, their claws clicking against the metal flooring. Every alien they passed gave the trio a wide berth. A human, escorted by Velkari predators, was either insane or incredibly dangerous. Possibly both. When they reached her quarters, Sarah palmed the door lock. The cubs rushed inside, immediately beginning their territorial investigation. They sniffed every corner, marked 2 walls with scent glands, and declared war on her laundry pile. Sarah headed for the kitchen unit. She was starving, and apparently, she was now responsible for 2 growing predators who could eat their body weight in protein daily. She opened the refrigeration unit. Both cubs froze. Their eyes went wide, pupils dilating to full black. Ravi made a sound that Sarah's implant couldn't translate, something between a gasp and a hunting cry. "Cold cavern," Sela's thought speech burst through the translator. "Treasure cave. Food mountain." Before Sarah could react, Ravi lunged. His claws scraped the floor as he skidded to a halt before the open fridge, head thrust inside, breathing in the chilled air. Sela scrambled over his back, both cubs trying to fit inside simultaneously. "Hey, no, bad predators." Sarah grabbed for Sela's tail. The cub ignored her. Transfixed by the shelves of packaged foods, the drawer of synthesized fruits, the container of actual Earth cheese she'd paid a fortune to import. Ravi's head emerged with a sealed package of protein bars clamped in his jaws. He looked immensely proud. "Hunt successful," his thoughts proclaimed. "Soft Skin Alpha provides. Cold Cavern is pack territory. Those were, oh. Forget it." Sarah sighed and grabbed a protein bar from Ravi's mouth before he could puncture it. She unwrapped it and broke it in half, giving each cub a piece. They devoured the bars in seconds, then stared at her with renewed adoration. Sella kyrpt. More treasure. More cold cavern bounty. More cold cavern bounty. More. Sarah looked at the mess of her kitchen, 2 apex predator cubs sitting at attention. Scales gleaming. Eyes fixed on her with absolute trust. The fridge remained open behind them, casting an ethereal glow that made the scene look almost mythical. She thought about calling security again. She really did. Instead, she pulled out the leftover synthesized chicken and began portioning it onto 2 plates. You know, she said, setting the plates down. Everyone said it was impossible taking wolves and making them family. But we did it anyway. Ravi and Sella attacked their food with enthusiasm, purring between bites. The galaxy thinks humans are crazy for bonding with predators. They don't understand that we are predators. We just happen to like making friends with other predators. She sat down on the floor between them, and Sella immediately climbed into her lap again, this time leaving sticky food residue on her uniform. Ravi pressed against her side, his massive head resting on her shoulder. Through the translator, she heard their synchronized thought speech. Pack. Family. Soft skin. Alpha. Home. Sarah smiled, scratching behind Ravi's crest ridges. Yeah, I guess you two are home now. The fridge hummed behind them, their cold cavern, their treasure cave. And tomorrow, Sarah would have to explain to the station commander why she'd adopted 2 Velkari cubs. But tonight, she had family. That's what humans did, after all. They found the universe's most dangerous creatures and asked, but can we be friends? Usually, the answer was yes.